All right, everyone, welcome back to the Kickoff Tournament, Dodgeball Toronto here in the Markham Pan Am Center. Terry Thrasher back here with JP Nuyens. Welcome.
Hello, hello.
And we're back for the first round of playoffs here in the women's division. We got a little match between Raven and Kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle, what a name.
Yeah, that's a new one to me, I think, for a dodgeball team.
I've never seen it spelled out. That's interesting. I've heard the word before. Hey, there's a Nuyen on that team. Hey, isn't that awesome?
Yeah, and a lot of familiar faces. Obviously, we see Katie Morrison out there.
Very Hamilton-based team.
Yeah, looks like it. Hamilton or Grimsby, I think, in some cases. But
true. Yes. Yeah. We don't want to lump them all into the same thing. It's not like Toronto is everything. Hamilton's its own thing. Grimsby's its own thing. They get very upset.
Does happen sometimes. And yeah, we joined you a little bit late, but we are here to see Raven taking 1-0 edge. Raven had a super strong showing in provincials in Ontario.
Yeah, they're a pretty strong team. I think they got 4th in provincials, and I believe the top 3 teams make it, so they just barely lost. Maybe in overtime. It was very close. They're missing one of their best players, Michelle. Nope, never mind. She's right there.
Yeah, that's right.
I apologize. I'm getting here super late, having no research into any of the teams playing, any of the players.
Hardly any coffee.
I don't do coffee either, so that's my
hardly
my own fault. Hardly any, almost like 0. Nice throw from the middle here. 2 throws. Katie punishes, Kelly punishes. Kelly Sutherland, also assistant coach of the men's cloth team.
Yeah, she's moved into the part of that national program, and she was playing last year.
That is the highest pop-up I have ever seen. We have really high ceilings here, so it's not going to hit anything.
So much time for that cover shot to come into and make it tough, but that one still bouncing off the hands.
And you could feel it too. It's like she could follow it all the way up and was like, oh no, something's going to hit me. It's staying up there too long.
Falcone and Nguyen hit out. And it's going to be just Katie Morrison again. facing down.
Probably going to see this a lot, actually.
Yeah. And she's obviously very good. Look at Sutherland just lurking.
Yeah, Katie did a good job coming up, not looking at Kelly, and then turning at the last second.
Yeah, one of those things you gotta have good throwing fundamentals to do that well. But Katie Morrison, obviously, very, very experienced, very smart at doing those types of things.
And it's probably unfortunate that these teams play against each other so much, so they know a lot of Katie's tricks.
Yeah, a lot of Hamilton area experience on
True.
this team. So.
And Michelle seems to be the captain on this team. She's calling a play.
And I think they got her there, yeah, looks like.
A lot of experience on that team. Katie Morrison, one of the original Team Canada members, I believe, in the first Worlds at Hong Kong.
Yeah, back in 2012.
Oh, you're good with the years.
Well, and I think that was a mixed Canada and North America squad, too, if I remember correctly.
Was it?
So.
Man, you've done your, you've buffed up on your history.
A couple of things I'm supposed to know.
Ah, yes.
Oh, Teresa Merwin not able to block that one. So
nice take off the rush, though.
Yep.
That was, I don't know who shot that. I didn't have the best angle there.
Okay,
that's Sydney Somerville coming in there. Gets her first throw, first kill on what arguably Raven's best arm, Kelly Sutherland. So made their job a lot easier here. Throws another one. Didn't connect.
Yeah, Somerville, a pretty aggressive player out of the corner.
And I think they're looking for that at this point. They want her to get kills. I wonder if they call her to throw. No. I don't know who that player is. That's not, that's not 43 because she's wearing 43. Becca Elsiger from Ruthless, who just threw just now. There's 2 Becca jerseys on the court right now, so I don't know her name.
Deceptive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sneaky, so they can hide from both us and the other team, maybe.
I've been alerted from the Peanut Gallery that Katie was on the 2014 team, not the first 2012 team.
Is that correct?
So
I just assumed she was on that team because she's so OG.
Yep, and she's been in the cloth program as well as the foam program. So
you got that on your watch? That's pretty high tech.
No peeks behind the curtain.
We don't. All right, we're not pulling the curtain back here. We have a full setup here.
That's right. There's a whole studio. Oh, Elsliger.
I got it on my Google glasses. Is that still a thing? I don't think it is.
No, Apple's Vision Pro should be coming out pretty soon.
Let's not.
You've got $4,000 in change to spare.
That was a really strange delivery on that throw from the not Becca player.
Yeah.
If she's the only player I don't know on that team would be, I guess, Casey Bisted. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry if you hear this or some of her family hears that. Bisted?
Yeah.
She almost like when she throws, she doesn't quite follow through. She just like stops at the top and the ball just like comes out like a catapult.
Yeah.
Or like a catapult doesn't follow through, right? It just like stops.
Yeah, I do notice with Dodgeball, there are a lot of interesting deliveries. Like a lot of people not coming from, like, say, a baseball or a football or something background will have figured out what works for them with the throws. And some of them are downright unorthodox.
Yes. And sometimes, like, someone will come up and ask me for tips on how to throw, and I'm like, other than changing exactly how you throw, I can't really fix what that is because it seems to be working, so I don't know how to, like, make it better. What a blast of a shot by Sydney. I guess it just bounced.
Yeah, I think Lomax on defense there. It can be scary, especially because we saw Somerville was stepping right into that one.
I know whenever I'm facing off against them, I'm a little afraid. Like I don't want them blasting me in the face. So
yeah, some players' throws very intimidating. Lomax does take a good shot there. Powerful counter on Nguyen.
I will say Kelly has probably the hardest throw on the team. Lomax, for me, came out of nowhere in provincials last year. Has a great throw. Really, a lot of power.
I think she's been playing for quite a while, but I feel like the last provincials was very much her like bursting onto the scene in terms of just being super effective on this Raven squad.
Yeah, they have quite a diverse team. I don't know her name, number 99. Very
That's tough, Fang.
yeah, very mobile, very agile. Like, and they have Tressa here. She's a veteran from cloth as well. She can throw, she can catch. Lomax, great throw. And Kelly's like very smart, very good thrower, very good blocker. Michelle can basically do everything. So looks like we have a false start. I don't know by who, because I was talking too much, but.
Yeah, I think that's what the call was. There was definitely a decisive point from referee Booth over there.
Oh, so Cam Booth is refereeing, but his wife is also playing right now, so he should recuse himself, I think.
That's right. If there's any controversy with her, he'll have to defer to Kahane over there, the other ref.
True, yeah. Karine is no-nonsense kind of referee. Sydney taking a shot in the middle. Lomax trying to take her out. Gets punished. As she should.
That's right. And Fang did try the counter onto Somerville, but missed them. So.
Yeah, sometimes there's a lot that happens in a short amount of time. So.
It's one of the things that's kind of fun about the game. We see the slow back and forth sometimes, and then counters. Elsliger, another aggressive counter player. Okay, some shots connecting off the Ravens side. We got time for the half.
Countdown, so I guess we're going to no blocking.
Always like that little flurry of activity that a lot of teams will do. A lot of players will get really trigger happy in that last 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I know you have feelings about it.
Yeah, I do. You don't have to throw. Sometimes it is a good idea to throw, especially if the other team's not going to do anything. But, you know.
I like to throw and then pancake.
Oh, you're a pancaker, are you? Okay.
I just know your feelings about that, too.
I'm starting to come around on, my
nice
goodness. Catch. Andrea Falcone from the Falcone crime family. She has been known to come so clutch in so many instances. That's a pop-up. Oh, yep. Probably could have got it, but it looks like Tressa interrupted that.
Okay, Booth hit out as well. So now Tressa Ryan's going to be all by herself.
She's no slouch. They should really be careful. They got 4 balls here. She's going to look for a catch. Justin tried to make a catch as the shagger, didn't do it, and now he lost them the ball. Great job, Justin.
Harsh but fair.
He did better right there. Gets her the ball. Nice job, Justin.
Yeah, we see Ryan definitely, I feel like a lot of cloth players will do this, very ready for the catch, like very much trying to make sure her hands and body are set, looking for that play.
Yeah, and she's good at looking for the right one. See, even that would have been a good throw because that was an off-balance throw.
Yep.
She probably could have had that, and she'd probably upset with herself for not getting it. She had a couple where she should not have gone for it, and she let them go. So yeah, you got to respect that.
Yeah, pulling the hands back when you think this might be a catch. Nope, not doing that. That's an underrated part of being a good catcher is just knowing which ones not to go for.
As a non-catcher, I don't understand any of the words you just said. I just get my whole body out of the way. It's no blocking. I don't want to be anywhere near the ball.
Yep.
Which is a decent strategy unless you like need the catch, and she definitely needed a catch there.
Yeah.
1v4 or 5 or whatever the situation was. Like.
And I think that's the conventional wisdom. If you're down that many players against a team at least as good as you are, you got to force something. It might mean you try to force a 1-for-1 where you don't actually get knocked off. Might mean you force the catch as soon as there's one that looks doable. You got to take some chances, obviously.
Sure. Yeah. It's not quite like cloth where it's like the time's running down. You just have to absolutely go for a catch no matter where it is. So Tressa was doing the right thing, not necessarily forcing the issue. Both teams decide to not throw here. Interesting choice. Sydney's probably going to throw here, and she does, and takes out an ankle. That was disgusting.
Well-placed shot. Modestino, thought, you could see by her movement, she thought she was missed, realized she'd been hit.
Yeah.
Just heads off.
That was, she probably thought, like, there's no way that's going to hit my foot, and then it did. And then Sydney gets taken out.
Yeah, proactive shot, knocking them to the side.
I believe that was Deidre. I didn't see it, but also a veteran player from, I believe, Hamilton, but has been in the cloth program for years as well. A lot of the Hamilton players, a lot of that cloth action translates well over to dodgeball. I keep saying you know, just because you play cloth doesn't mean you can't play foam. Just because you play foam doesn't mean you can't play cloth.
Yep.
People have a misconception. You know, we just need good dodgeball players. Good dodgeball players, it just translates no matter what.
Yeah, they are different games and different rule sets and different balls, of course.
True.
So there is definitely a difference. It is an adjustment
Yes.
period, but I know you and I have both done more than dabbling at this point in cloth.
Yes.
And yeah.
I would say it takes a lot more time to adjust to the ball type than the rule set, because in general, yeah, that sucks.
I like Half Kenny's form pretty good, but I don't know the
never
shot.
like anytime someone just puts their head down, the first thing I tell them is keep your head up.
Yeah.
Because if she keeps her head up on that block, she could adjust the ball the whole way down and get that block. And even guys that have been playing for years, when they ask me for tips, sometimes the first thing I say is keep your head up, and it just snaps in their head. They're like, oh my God, I can all of a sudden block so much better, and it's surprising how that works.
Yeah.
And the other side of that is I get hit in the open eye a lot, so I like my head's up and my eyes are open and I see it, but sometimes I see it go right into my eye.
Yeah.
But I make a lot of blocks. And if I put my head down, I'm not making even half of those. So
I guess pick your poison. Stay in dodgeball or keep your eyes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I had laser eye surgery. Maybe I need to protect that a little bit more in my investment.
We've got Kerfuffle now, still 3 strong, using all the shot clock here as they send a couple over to Sutherland, who just kind of casually steps out of the way there.
It was an interesting choice to pick the 2 players farthest away to throw at Kelly. Kelly's going to throw. Oh.
Okay.
That's a good opportunistic throw by Kelly, but a better counter by Katie.
Yep.
Knowing they had already taken out Tressa, I guess. So bang, bang play. It's over.
Yeah, and that's a case where Katie Morrison was pretty much safe from any sort of pressure. And she was capitalizing on Sutherland taking a counter where Sutherland had to leave herself a bit exposed too.
Yeah.
So
and Kelly's smart enough to know when to counter. I think in her head, she probably assumed that Tressa was still alive at that point, and like mathematically wouldn't matter if she gets taken out, but unfortunate for her that it did happen that way, and they lost that point. It is now closer, so 2-3 for Ravens right now. Kerfuffle down 1 point. They got 4 balls, and underhand by
Caught
Sydney.
though. Half Kenny read it the whole way.
Decent throw, but in my opinion, their overhand throw is much better.
Okay, some great accurate shots, but that one too accurate, and Morrison catching out Sutherland before Sutherland made a catch herself.
And someone made a catch on Kerfuffle, and now Sydney's back on somehow. Justin's on the court asserting dominance somehow. Get off, Justin.
Yeah.
You're a ball retriever. You have no opinion on this game.
I don't see any coach listed here.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so Kerfuffle getting a grab from Morrison.
Michelle doing great job faking, getting the not Becca Bisted.
That's our guess right now, yeah.
Casey Bisted to drop on a great fake. She's very aggressive on those fakes. Now they got 5 balls. Kerfuffle passes over to Sydney. They're going to be defensive here. Andrea just casually gets out of the way of that. She's very she's a very experienced player. It's on Kerfuffle. They need to throw. They throw 2.
Yeah. Oh.
Oof.
Andrea Falcone just caught.
Who'd you say threw that, Fang?
I think that was Fang letting that one
That is
go.
a great throw.
She's got a great sense of timing. I play against her in Dodgeball Toronto. She can be quite aggressive and just, good at finding those moments where you're a little bit off balance.
Yeah. Sydney's got to be careful here. Yeah, exactly. Got to throw back at Michelle because Sydney took a shot. Oh, looks like Michelle stepped over the line. Sometimes you do that when Sydney's throwing at you. It's scary. Michelle, very smart. If you throw not at her, you throw across her body, she will take those counters, and what she did on Sydney. Sydney returned back and pushed her out of bounds, essentially. It's now 3-2 for Kerfuffle. They only have 2 balls. Nice block by Katie. Really aggressive push.
Yeah, Modestino sending 2 in and then getting tagged out. And that's going to be Another point for Kerfuffle here.
Oh, good thing. I hope you were seeing that because I was only watching the close side. I didn't see anything happen on the other side.
It's like reffing. You somehow have to see everything at once.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of refs out here right now, so hopefully they're watching.
Yeah, so far so good. So a 3-3 match. We got about 3 minutes remaining.
Tied now.
All right.
They elect
left.
not to throw. Interesting choice again, because it looks like they're winning the rush, but probably just not worth it. It's really close. Let's just set up a play, and we're going to throw. Middle's throwing here. She does. Decent throw on Deidre, who gets under that.
And it is interesting. I always, if you know you get the ball in hand to attack off the rush first, I always like trying to start the point up a player.
Yeah, except they're trying to they're passing it to Sydney, and if Sydney throws that, they're going to get countered pretty heavy off the bat, and they don't want to lose them. So,
yep, could be a risk analysis play.
Yeah. Sydney really looking like she wants to take. She does. They do. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, and then what a grab by Elsliger.
Becca. I want to scream, but I don't want to blow everybody's eardrums out. Nice job, Becca. She almost had a couple catches earlier. What are the rules here? Do you have to step off first before you can come back on, or you just immediately stay on? Because I don't think Sydney went off.
I'm not actually sure how
we don't care enough.
There
yeah, this isn't provincials. Screw it.
That's right.
They throw a lot of balls at Kelly. Kelly comes back, just misses. Probably going to go back at her. No.
No, they try to deceptively go for Dermot there, and they do.
And they throw a lot of balls here, but they got a good player out in Michelle.
Got to spend balls to make outs sometimes.
Scared balls don't make outs. That's you tried the money analogy. I tried to take it away. I fumbled the bag.
All these well-known dodgeball sayings that everybody's definitely heard before.
Scared money don't make no money.
Yeah.
But doesn't quite translate to balls and outs. But it's true. If you're scared, you're not really going to get a lot of kills. All these players not playing scared whatsoever.
Yeah, everybody out there, an experienced player, except the one person I don't know who might be. I just can't vouch for their level of experience.
Yeah, true. But she seems pretty good for a player I've never heard of.
And half Kenny hit out. Somerville is heading off to the side as well. So this is getting tense.
They did get out. Yeah, they got Deidre half Kenny. That's a good player as well. And we have Helena left. Okay, so Kelly's gone as well. I missed that.
Yeah, so just Helena Booth out there. Going to have to hold things down for this Raven side.
It's going to be middle throwing here. What is Helena going to do? Nice block. Going to let that ball go. Don't throw. She did.
Couldn't hear you.
Yeah, that's one thing that bothers me. If you see that the ball that you blocked is going over the line, don't throw, because you're just giving them two balls. See, that one's shagged. You can throw this. Oh.
Okay, good timing on that shot from Elsliger, though.
Becca made quite a few kills there. Timely catch to get Sydney back on. Sydney made a couple kills, so I'd say MVP of that point was Becca.
Yeah, I think definitely has earned that claim for just this point.
Yeah.
Has played solidly in the whole match, and now it looks like that point did expire before the timer reached 0. Yeah. And so.
Oh, so really we're going to no blocking.
Yep. So no blocking, and if Raven wins the point, we will presumably move to a 4-minute extra period.
Exciting.
So this is what you want out of the playoffs, close matches.
Yeah, this is the most exciting part of dodgeball, the no blocking in the playoffs.
We'll
it's not quite like hockey when they go to shootouts. It's a completely different game, but this is, jeez.
Good shot coming in up high.
Casey, if that's your name, taking a hard one off the dome. I think that was Kelly who threw that. She, is she going underhand? She did. They did. Sorry.
Yeah, Somerville.
Forget my pronouns here. They ended up doing that underhand, but received 3 or 4 balls for their trouble. So at this point, now Kerfuffle in a dominating position. They don't get any kills for that, though.
Oh, and lose one. And that's the hard thing. If you lose a player for like 3 or 4 balls, that can be worth it, but you do have to connect. Oh, big shot by Fang.
Yeah, Becca kind of wishing she had that. Andrea taking a shot, missing. Lomax probably going to throw this, wondering why no one's up with her because you don't have balls.
Oh, Lomax looking for that ball, dropping it, but then that opens up space for the counter shot.
True.
Raven does tie it back up.
This is what you want to see. 4-4 tied. And so does it go to no blocking, or is it 4 minutes of regular game?
That's the question. If we're doing WDBF official rules, it'll be 4 minutes of regular game. Sometimes compromises are made, of course, to keep a tournament running as close to on schedule as possible. So I am not sure what we've decided to do here. I guess we'll find out pretty quickly.
I know I'm kind of just a fly by the seat of my pants kind of guy. I don't ever pay attention to rules or team names or players or whatever. But we've won a tournament before where I didn't know the rule of the 4-minute overtime. I thought it was 4 minutes to have as many points as you could get. So like we win the first point, and I'm like, come on guys, let's go. Who's running the rush? And they're like, it's over. I'm like, what do you mean it's over? They're like, that's it. And then it was just like, it just hit me. And then I was like, oh my God, we won. We finally won. But I felt really stupid and probably dumber now that I just shared that with other people. But
I'm glad that you can be vulnerable with me and however many people are watching this. So I appreciate
they don't
that.
Care. They don't actually know me anyway, so it's whatever.
They're learning, though.
What we do care about is this game, Kerfuffle versus Raven. Grudge match for the ages. Both teams going to be very upset with themselves if they don't win this.
There's a pretty reasonable chance some of them drove each other here, which is which I think is amazing. So
you're not wrong. Do we know if they're close in the standings?
It is no blocking, I'm told. So this.
We don't know, Mitch, if it's no blocking or not.
So again, my guess is blocking's allowed.
I am seeing them hold balls when balls are being thrown at them. So Mitch pointed out the 4-minute clock, so we reasonably can assume that there's a 4-minute game happening right here. If it goes past the 4 minutes, it will turn into no blocking. I know that much.
Yeah, Sutherland hit out. Did have a blocking ball out in front, but must have gotten tagged anyway, maybe on the fingers.
4 balls for Raven. Ooh, Becca throwing a little early.
Becca Elsliger, definitely one of those aggressive players, but facing off against another aggressive player.
Looks like Sydney also did the same thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes having 2 aggressive corners means you have 2 balls flying out.
Yeah, some teams will do the call of like red or green for who is supposed to go if they see a choice, but okay.
Nice take by Becca. That was better timing. Was that a pop-up catch?
Yeah, that was. Good effort by Andrea Falcone to just snare that one.
Andrea Falcone of the Falcone family. She always looking for pop-ups. Always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Pop-up. Another pop-up catch. Not falling over the line. Tressa gets hit on an exchange. Sydney calls for a hold. They're up on players that need to throw anyways. Wow.
Okay, and they close it out. That was a couple of big catches to secure that for Kerfuffle.
You know, sometimes a big catch makes everything so much better, but the pop-up catches in my mind are so much better because it's like you have to be aware, you have to have the guts to go for it, especially if you're not the one who was hit, but you're flying and trying to catch it. Like, I appreciate that. As a teammate, if a teammate's like flying for those catches, I love to see it.
Yeah, that's awareness and sometimes selflessness because you know you become a big target for incoming shots.
Yeah.
But I think not even just for results, for the morale of the team.
True.
Like you're saying, I think it's a big deal to go for those.
I think a morale killing, like an actual like solid like body catch, those ones are morale killing for the other team. Because if you see that and then that happens and you're like, ooh, that was our best thrower, and they just caught that like it was nothing. That sucks. But like a pop-up catch is like you're already losing a player in most times. It's not popping up off a ball, but it's like if you don't catch